seriously, how good is Brock Purdy?
Brock Purdy is elite. If you look at the numbers of what he's done this year, we don't have to go with what he's done this year. I mean, you can't talk about Brock Purdy without bringing up Brock Purdy's story. Okay. So first of all, you have to talk about the man. Okay. The road, the barrier to entry that it took to be picked last in the draft. Okay.
Yeah.
To get thrusted onto the field. All right. Not ready or prepared. Okay. And to assume leadership amongst a group of men who are vets, grizzled, jaded by their own process, and to be able to win the hearts and minds of not only the contemporaries around you, but your coaching staff, and dare I say, the nation at large.
Now,
there's really nothing you can say about Brock Purdy, just the man.
With all due respect, I got to stop you there because I feel like you're almost bordering on hot take disrespect. And I want to say what I mean. Like, you called him elite.
Okay.
I mean, that's the least you could say. Like that goes without saying that he's elite. Like, it almost feels like you're saying he's in the same class as 7 or 8 other quarterbacks, which to me seems disrespectful. Like, Brock Purdy is the best quarterback in football. Full stop. Okay. He's number 1. Like, Patrick Mahomes, bunch of hype. Look at the numbers. The numbers are right there. Who has a higher quarterback rating this year?
Brock Purdy.
Who had a higher quarterback rating last year?
Brock fucking Purdy.
So to me, and I know you mean well, but I think it's fair to say, I think it's time to say that Brock Purdy is the best quarterback in the league, has been the best quarterback in the league. And if he stays on this current trajectory, he could get even better. Surefire Hall of Famer. Surefire first ballot Hall of Famer.
You know what? I like your style because you're cutting right to the root of the issue, right? Yeah. I was trying to, I was trying to maybe pettifog.
I understand because people aren't ready to hear this sometimes.
That's true. That's true. So I digress. Let me get back to it. Brock Purdy is possibly one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game.
That's factually correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that's verifiable.
There we go. Yes. So Patrick Mahomes, notwithstanding, because, people are just prisoners of the moment, right? You really have to start looking at how Brock is really uncovering just the hypocrisy of what it is to evaluate true talent at the quarterback position, right? And to lead a team. I mean, if you guys honestly understand, what Brock is showing us, this is one of one talent. This is a moment in football history where if you can't say you were there, right? Like 15, 20 years from now, when we all have children and we're in phases of our lives, we will all be able to say that we were here for the Brock Purdy era.
Right.
And why is football like this today, Grandpa? Well, you have to have been around when Brock Purdy first stepped into the helm at quarterback for the San Francisco.
Well, what about Patrick Mahomes, Grandpa? He was good.
He was
pretty good. He was a good quarterback. He he technically won 3 Super Bowls, maybe more at this point, but like, is that how are we really judging quarterbacks based on wins? Like, if you know ball and you watch film and you grind the tape and you look at the numbers, it's clear as day that Brock Purdy is, I mean, to put Brock and Patrick Mahomes in the same sentence is just a slap in the face to Brock. I mean, it's worse than a slap. It's a pie in the face. It's just so disrespectful, and I won't stand for it. I'm tired of hearing it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you look at just what it takes for the position to be updated, right? Like a rejuvenation of what today's 21st century quarterback looks like. There's really nowhere else that you should search for outside of Santa Clara.
Does Brock have any weaknesses?
Absolutely not. I don't even understand why we didn't just start with his strengths, because there are no
people talk about his arm strength. I mean, to me, it's ridiculous. First of all, arm strength doesn't matter. But second of all, he actually has extremely strong arm.
One thing that I like to say is that I think that Brock, I think in a way, now, far be it for me to go into his thought process, but I think that Brock sometimes doesn't throw the ball as hard as to throw off the defense, right? So
to make them feel better.
Yes, because if we don't get Brock kind of, holding back a little bit, right? The arm strength, the ridiculous athleticism, the judgment, the stature of standing in the pocket. I mean, if
how
Brock
many
didn't give us
potential
that,
sacks does he just shrug off with a stiff arm? You know what I mean?
Yeah. If Brock doesn't,
he's like a combination of Ben Roethlisberger. I want to say he's a combination of Ben Roethlisberger, Lamar Jackson, Tom Brady, Joe Montana, and Johnny Unitas.
Yeah,
I would have to say,
right, and then with a little bit of Vic, obviously,
for sure,
with the elusive ability, you've got to, right,
definitely, and the arm strength,
right. So, right now,
but for like the brain of Peyton Manning.
Well, do we have to go that far? Maybe Tom Brady.
I'd have to give him Tom.
Hold on, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning combined. Brock Purdy.
Right, and the aura of Joe Montana for sure. Except if Joe Montana were better looking.
Yes.